So I'm going to teach you 3 types of connection today. Just master these 3 types of connection, which is going to take you 10 minutes. And you'll never lose a woman again in your life. Every single interaction you have with a woman is going to leap into deep, meaningful, romantic connection. And any woman who's put you in a friend zone, she will become your lover. Any woman you meet, even a stranger in the street, pubs, bars, I don't care where you meet them, you're going to have a deep, meaningful connection that's going to lead into a relationship. Any woman who's your friend for a long time, you'll be finally able to create that romantic connection that you've been trying for so long but was missing and you didn't know what to do. See, here's the thing, a lot of the interactions with women die abruptly. And we have no idea what happened. We're talking, everything is going great. She's liking me, she's laughing me, she's even touching me. We're even talking about dates, planning to meet again, everything. I'm like, wow, this is going great. And all of a sudden, she's like, sorry, I have to leave now. And we're like, how did that happen? The interaction was going so well. How did all of a sudden she said, I have to go now? Or like all of a sudden she decided to tell you that she has a boyfriend, which she didn't do for the first 20 minutes. Or she told you she didn't have a spark. And the reason is what happens when women are talking to you, they have some kind of interest in you, they have some kind of connection with you. But as the interaction progresses, the connection needs to go deeper and deeper and needs to move to the next level. And if that doesn't happen, after a while they get bored. And then after a while they start to feel maybe we have no chemistry, and that's why the interactions die. So what you need is 3 types of connection. The very first one is the early stage connection. This is when the woman drops her guards, opens up to you and talks to you. Have you ever noticed that if 10 men approach a woman, she only talks to 1 or 2, and among them only 1 she will really open up to, she will really get comfortable, laugh, joke, and really get into it. And that's your first level of interaction. See, in the early stages, most men go and bore women to death, or they're too flashy, or they're too nervous, and it kills everything. Now, I'm not going to go into body language or nervousness right now. We're only talking about connection type. So when you meet a woman for the very first time, in the early stages of interaction, your goal is to disarm her. Your goal is to have her drop her guards down, make her feel comfortable. So when you start talking to her, all you're doing is you're agreeing with her and giving her compliments in whatever she's doing, but those compliments has to be meaningful. She needs to know that you like her, that you're okay with her, you're interested in her, that makes her drop her guards down. So if I go to her and I'm, what do you do for a living? She's like, I'm a nurse. I'm like, oh, that's great. I like that about you, because I was expecting you to be a businesswoman or something, but that's even fantastic that you're someone who likes to take, help other people. Tell me more about you. Now I've shown her some interest that makes her want to drop her guards, engage to you because she feels good. That's all you have to do in the first stage. Just make her relax. Just make her feel comfortable. Stand at the proper distance. Don't stand too far from her. Don't stand too close to her. Don't go leaning all the way in. Don't use pickup lines and tactics, because those things, even though she will talk to you, her defenses will go up. So all you got to do is come across as a normal guy who's interested in her, who's interested in what she does, interested in finding things about her, not just like, is your name Margarita because I want to drink you? I mean, that's not going to work, okay? Just be the normal guy. Just show interest in her. That's the first level of connection is, I'm interested in you. You seem cool. Tell me about you. Oh, that's nice. Now that I know about you, I want to know you even more. Now, when this happens, she will get engaged in the conversation with you. Now, the second level is where the conversation has to move from platonic, just a stranger I've met, to this guy's amazing. This guy's interesting. I want to know about him. So what happens is, in the early stages of interaction, we're talking normal stuff. What do you do? Where do you live? And all that stuff. But we need to create a bonding. We need to create a pairing to say, we both are same. We both want to plan our lives together. We could be together. Now, you cannot just tell her like, oh, I like these things about you. How about, what do you think? We should have a discussion about being together. That doesn't work. So what we do is, we bring those into conversation. She's, do you like to travel? Like to travel? That's great. You know what? I always think about the person I married, the person I want to be with, has to be someone who likes to travel, because I want to travel the world and I cannot be with someone who can't travel. So that's cool. You get 1 point. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to tell her, we have lifestyle commonalities. I can't be with you in the long run because I'm having discussions about the long run. Something else that really happens, this is especially if the woman is really defensive around you, she has her guards up, she's not able to trust you. This happens sometimes. Maybe you came across as too shiny, you're showing off a little bit more. Something happened, something went wrong, and she's not able to trust you. One of the things that really happens is if you open up about yourself. Because what happens when women see this guy being too cool, it used to happen to me all the time. I used to go and talk to women, and we were like, oh, you're like this high roller, you're a player. And I was like, yeah, that's so awesome. What I didn't realize was basically they were telling me, I cannot trust you. I was just happy to hear these big titles because until then, no one has said to me. And then when they were telling me, you're a rock star, you're a high roller, you're a player, I'm like, yeah, that's who I am. And I was like, didn't realize that the connection was actually dying. So what I discovered later on is they couldn't trust me because I was coming at a superficial level. And when I started sharing deep things from my life, meaningful things from my life, even vulnerable stories from my life, then they realized that this guy's really opening up to me. He's trying to create a deep connection with me. That's where the bonding happens. So the first level is basically we create the basic liking for each other. The second level is where we go deep. We create lifestyle commonality. And we also create a deeper level of understanding for each other. If she shares something about her, like she's not with her family, or last Christmas she couldn't be with her family, you understand that that must be hard, not being with your family. You were alone. Here, you must have missed your family, must have made you feel lonely when you were there. Those understandings is where we are having this level of conversation that we don't have with strangers. We have these conversations with people who are close to us. And don't worry if you don't understand how you're going to do this. In the end, I'm going to tell you how to bring all these things together. Right now, I just want you to understand the principle. The first one is just having platonic conversation, show general interest, show general liking about who she is, her fashion, her lifestyle choices, whatever it is, so she can disarm and open up to you. The second stage is where we want to go deep and create a bond with her, a deep, meaningful bond with her. And if you find there's any hesitation, she's lacking trust in you, share some vulnerable sides of you, some vulnerable stories from your life, so she knows you're sharing these things with her because you care her. You want her to know you on a deeper, intimate level, and then she gets the idea and she gets involved with you on a deeper level. The third thing that's usually missing is the romantic connection. This is what happens normally why guys end up in the friend zone. They meet a woman, she likes him, she's interested about him, she's curious about him. They also have deep, meaningful conversations. She's like, this guy's so great, I really admire him, I like to be around him, I feel everything's so great, I can trust him, I can be around him. But then she's not having any romantic feelings towards you. And that's why she's like, let's just be friends, the spark's missing, because you also need to have romantic connection with her. That's where you flirt with her a little bit. You're so beautiful, I love your hair, your beautiful eyes, I love your fashion, your great body, whatever it is. She also needs to know that you're not there just to have a deep, meaningful conversation with her, but you're also there because you're romantically interested in her. And if we accomplish these three things, you will have a perfect connection with her because she has dropped her guard, she's talking to you, she has a deep, meaningful connection with you, she's also envisioning her life with you, and she has romantic feelings with you. Nothing's left to do. And in every workshop I see, there's always usually one or the other that's missing. And so when I see clients talking, I see what stage the conversation dies, and I have a really good idea what they're doing. And once I hear their conversation, I fix the missing piece, bam, they start getting results, right? So all you got to do is you have to think about the conversation. And you have to think about, like, I meet a woman right now. I need to first engage her, whatever she does, I have to tell her I like those things about her, reveal some things from my life. So she also likes me. Just be normal, just have a mutual appreciation for each other. And then as that happens, I'm going to go into more deeper, meaningful conversations. Then I'm going to try to pair with her, have future planning with her, like talk about the future, not even planning, just future discussions with her, show how we could be compatible in lifestyle, how our choice, like maybe talk a little bit about marriage. You want to get married, you want to have kids, how many kids you want, all that stuff. So we are talking about future. There's all the future planning going on there. If there's any hesitation, just show some vulnerable sides, some really meaningful sides of your life that you wouldn't show to other people. And that's a good thing to do anyways, because if you want to connect with someone, it's always good to just connect on a deeper level. Let them also see not just the good sides, the confident, the shiny sides of you, but also some of the sides that makes you vulnerable. Even statements like, I don't know why I'm feeling nervous around you. I never feel nervous talking to people. I'm an extrovert, but you're making me nervous. You're a bad girl. You know what? Next drink is on her because I'm feeling nervous. She's making me feel nervous. So again, just a little bit something like that makes her realize that you're not just there showing, I'm so amazing, I'm so cool. You're also saying, you're great. I'm feeling something different around you. Like those things create a deep, meaningful connection. She feels like, wow, this guy's feeling different because of me. That takes you both into the pairing mode, into a more deeper connection level, okay? And then as all of this is happening, is we're in between. These are not three different stages. So it's not like after this is done, okay, I've done the deep level, now I'm going to go into romance. No, you do that from the beginning. As you're talking to it from the beginning, you're making extended eye contact. You might joke a little bit like, oh, you're silly, I can tell that. But you know what? I have to tell you, you have really good energy. I like that about you. So just the tonality conveyed, there was a romanticness to it, right? And as I'm going forward, that's really cool. I like that about you. You can go for the high five and you can be like, oh, you have beautiful hands. Boom. Anything. So my point is you have to put these three connection levels together. Get to know her, make her drop her guards, just tell her you like things about her on the basic level, on the surface level, then take connections to a deeper level where you plan about the future, share some vulnerable things from her life, from your life, so you have a deep, meaningful connection. And as this is going, bring some romance into it. You do these three things, I guarantee you both are going to end up in a deep, meaningful connection that's going to lead to something. And if you like this, you need more help, come to a workshop. Let me work with you. Let me show you where you're dropping the balls. I'll work with you personally, show you how not to do that or how to do that differently so you can get results. Or download the Key system. It's going to help you big way. So I know I talk fast, but hope this helps. Talk to you soon.